Have you ever tried to help God out, only to make things way more complicated? The incredible story of Rebekah is about a woman of amazing faith who did just that. She was handpicked by God, but she was also a mother who played favorites and cooked up a painful deception. Her story shows us a powerful truth. God can use our messy, imperfect lives to carry out His perfect plan, a message for anyone who feels their mistakes are too big to be redeemed. The story begins when Abraham's most trusted servant is sent to find a wife for Isaac. At a well, the servant prays for a specific sign. The woman who offers a drink to him and offers to water his 10 thirsty camels will be the one. Before he even finished praying, Rebekah appeared. She not only gave him a drink, but immediately offered, "I will draw water for your camels also." This wasn't just courtesy. It was an act of extraordinary labor and a direct, undeniable answer to his prayer. The servant explained his mission to Rebekah's family, who agreed it was from the Lord. But when the servant wanted to leave the next morning, her family asked her to stay a few more days. The decision was put to Rebekah herself. "Will you go with this man?" She was asked to leave everything she knew for a man she'd never met. With stunning courage, she gave a simple, powerful answer: "I will go." It was a radical leap of faith. Years later, Rebekah was barren. For 20 years they prayed, and finally, God answered. But the pregnancy was so violent she cried out to God in her distress. God answered her directly with a prophecy that would shape her life. "2 nations are in your womb, and the older shall serve the younger." In a world where the firstborn received everything, God was flipping the script. Rebekah now held a divine promise that would lead to both her greatest act of faith and her most tragic mistake. As her twin boys, Jacob and Esau, grew up, parental favoritism created a dangerous rivalry. When their father Isaac grew old and blind, he prepared to give the patriarchal blessing to his favorite, Esau. Rebekah overheard and panicked, believing Isaac was defying God's prophecy. Convinced she had to help God, she hatched a plan of deception. She had her favorite son, Jacob, disguise himself with goat skins and Esau's clothes to trick his blind father and steal the blessing, a plan born from fear, not faith. The deception worked, but it shattered the family. When Esau discovered the betrayal, he was filled with a murderous rage. Rebekah's plan to secure Jacob's future forced her to send him away for his own safety. She told him to stay away for a few days. But those days turned into 20 years, and she likely never saw her favorite son again. Her manipulation led to a lifetime of separation. And yet, God's plan was never derailed. He used this fractured family to continue His promise. Rebekah's story is both an inspiration and a warning. Her courage at the well shows us how to act on faith. Her deception shows us the danger of trying to control God's timing. The most powerful message is one of hope for anyone who feels defined by past mistakes. Her story proves that our failures don't get the final say. God's grace is bigger than our biggest regrets. If this story encouraged you, please subscribe for more encouraging Bible stories. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's the biggest lesson you learned from Rebekah's life? And finally, please share this video with someone who might need to hear that their past doesn't disqualify them from a future filled with God's purpose.